Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor, so I won't be having too many more of these outside podcasts or video recordings. You know, the weather, it's October 16th, and okay, getting right into it. Everybody who follows me knows I'm a huge UFC fan. I'm a lifetime martial artist. I started training seriously 18 years old, 17, yeah, right after high school. I did a little karate when I was a teenager, nothing too serious. And then 18, I got into Kung Fu, Shaolin Kung Fu, kind of lame, right? I was inspired by David Carradine in the series Kung Fu, Shaolin Priest, you know. None of the stuff really works. I found out in real life combat. Some of it does if you're really high level, but 90% of it is just forms and whatever. The philosophy is really cool. I don't regret having taken that and spent time in it. It was great for, you know. Anyway, I want to talk about what I've been doing lately. I have Fight Pass, and you could get every single UFC event there. You could also get stuff from Pride and Jiu-Jitsu, like Eddie Bravo tournaments, kickboxing, Muay Thai, everything's there. It is, God, I think it's $9.99 a month. Jesus Christ. I mean, I used to buy back in the, 2000s, 2003, 4, I used to get all the discs, like everything. You know, I used to get every single on Pride, UFC, and I used to get The Ultimate Fighter, the reality TV show, and, I was fucking obsessed. My personality, I'm obsessive personality. And so anyway, I'm going back to all of the old UFCs, and I've already done 3 video recordings, my breakdown of the events. I've done in the queue here. I've already done UFC 1, 2, 3, and I have some others that I recorded but I haven't posted yet. And I'm up to UFC 13, and it's awesome. Like, guys like Tank Abbott, and then Vitor Belfort's, Randy Couture's first showing. This is 1997. Fucking Tito Ortiz, he's just a kid, So, and then Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan started with, he used to interview afterwards on UFC 12. By the way, this wasn't, UFC was owned by Paul Davies, was it? And some other guy. The Fertitta brothers didn't purchase it yet. So, but Joe was there in 1997, and it's so funny to see Joe. He's this young guy. He still has hair. You can see he's losing it, a little bit. He's got an earring, and he's got this really hardcore Boston accent. So, Vitor, you look really tired. I can't do it really well, his accent, but Vitor, you looked really tired. I think I'm doing New York more than Boston, but you, Vitor, like, hey, Craig, Guy Metzger, you look really, I'm really butchering it, but it's weird to see Joe with that strong accent, and it's fun, I love Joe. So anyway, really the topic of this conversation is Joe Rogan has been doing his podcast since 2009, and there's been some criticism. Some people say that Joe is just spewing pseudoscience, and he's not a real intellectual. He's a fucking meathead, And Joe will admit, on some level, yeah, he's not Nick Bostrom. He's not Sean Carroll. He's not Sam Harris. But don't underestimate this guy, Even Jordan Peterson said, like, okay, Joe is not an obvious intellectual type, not a professor type. Yeah, he's a fighter, but Joe is smart. Joe, on so many levels, Joe is a genius. In some levels, he's smarter than all those fucking guys I just mentioned. Even Elon Musk. I know Joe puts Elon up here and Elon, but there are some things that Joe could do that Elon can't. Joe could fucking destroy Elon in a BJJ match, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 100%, not even close. So the point here I want to make is we all have these certain talents. And in my experience, I started practicing mixed martial arts in my 40s, right? I started back with Kempo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then I went to Matt Serra's gym BJJ, and then I went to Ray Longo, and I put it all together. So Muay Thai, kickboxing, the whole thing, in the cage, the whole thing, mixed martial arts, in my 40s. All right? I'm an old fuck now, and I have some health issues, but I love the sport. So my experience is I believe, in my opinion, IMO, some of the smartest guys come from this fight world. The smartest guys. I remember a couple of years ago, big fight when George St. Pierre was making a comeback and he was fighting Bisping, Michael Bisping, and I was psyched for that fight. And I had a friend here. I'll just give her a first name. Her name was Linda, and I was telling her I'm really fucking fired up for this fight. And George St. Pierre, and I go, look at him, his body. I go, isn't he handsome? And she goes, yeah, but I bet he's a dummy. I go, boy, you know nothing about fighting. George St. Pierre is a fucking genius, smart. Now, maybe he doesn't speak the king's language. Smart. Go grapple. Let me ask, like even Sam Harris has done some blog posts on BJJ. Sam Harris practices Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Go read some of his posts on Jiu-Jitsu. There's this incredible intelligence. When I first started with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappling, I couldn't believe the intelligence. It's a chess match, and they have all these multiple moves in their head. And they obviously, guys who are athletic have an easier time at moving their body and doing certain things that other guys who don't have the genes to do all this. But man, it is an intellectual game, and striking too. The great science, like Evander Holyfield is on Joe Rogan, and the way Evander talks, he sounds like he's punch drunk. He's a beautiful human being. I love the guy, but he speaks at kind of like a second, third grade level, but he's a fucking genius in the ring. That boxing, Floyd Mayweather, that's intelligence. So okay, yeah, Nick Bostrom could, he's a scientist, MIT guy. He could write textbooks. He's one of the smartest guys on planet Earth. I could take him in the ring intellectually. I'm just speaking here. He'd get destroyed. Here. The dummies don't make it in the sport. In the UFC, any high-level guy, someone who's good, they're all off the charts, next level intelligence. I mean, these people amaze me. I love the guys. My teacher, Matt Serra. Matt Serra's kind of a blue-collar guy. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever met. Not even close. Okay, there you go. Fighters are smart people. 100%. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.